Thanks, Tade. Um, so first, oh, oh, perfect. Thank you. Yeah, good to see you. Thanks. Um, so first, shout out to all of the previous writers that came before me. I think this is my introduction to basically all of you. So um, I feel really grateful to be able to share a stage with such a dope, I guess, creative range of artists. And of course, thank you to the organizers and Evan for all the work you guys have put in. Sorry, my voice is kind of deep, so sometimes I can sound kind of like uninterested, but I have to remind myself to like animate my voice a little bit. Um, okay, there we go. Hey, hey. Okay, let me like loosen up a little bit. Okay, I think I'll start off light and kind of gradually get heavier and darker and heavier and darker. Um, so starting off light, maybe we could start with a game, yeah? How old were you when you realized most of the things you've learned you weren't taught? By the time her smile revealed itself to be a thief, it was too late. I've been held captive to an affable chuckle and a pearl gated smirk for too long. Peruse the leaves of my lineage, and something Vatic might climb into your veins for a swim. I've unwrapped the mummy of a bad friend only to find myself wrestling with a mirror. No, but what I can do is teach you how to hush your heart when your eyes pick up where your words left off. Um, so a bit about myself. I'm someone who's really into like aesthetics and like design and stuff. I like when things look nice, I guess you can say. Even if the quality of something is terrible, like if it looks good, I'll be like, all right, you know, how much you want for it? Um, and I look at the shapes of letters a lot because I write a lot. And aesthetically speaking, my favorite letter is the letter I, lowercase I, because it's got like its little head and like the body. It's like a little human being or whatever. And I is also interesting because it's, you know, it's I. It's about the self. So this next piece is it's called "This Tragedy Takes Hold of," and it's basically about the dichotomy of I, the dichotomy of the self. I am the sum of a mangled motif, boiling belief, the cosmos owe me something for serving sambusas at the Berlin conference. When all I've ever really wanted is that my grave be proud of me. I know that you heard true thrill is death on a leash, but it's not an invitation to turn intent into a sauna of sin. Spirit sun-dried and sundered. Maybe that's why you can't look your shadow in the eye. Um, I guess while we're on the topic of I I also have ADD. And I know like everybody kind of has ADD now, but I had it back before it was popping. Like I had ADD before it was cool to say you have ADD. Before it was cool to say you had Adderall. And so my brain is just kind of like a series of like avalanche thoughts. Like my thoughts just kind of cascade into each other. Like if you took a trip into my brain, you'd just be like skiing the whole time. But anyways, this next piece is kind of a reflection of that sort of cascade of thought. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay. I felt my spine get sterilized, and I bathed in that signature stench from Stockholm, and I scrubbed every sliver of holy. And I thought implosion was the best way out of a bubble. And I wore youth like an armchair as the calendars undressed. And I sprinkled the 90s onto some avocado toast. And I dissented from the hiss of the Jordan logo. And I made a stage out of a conference room. And I pulled a creaky compass out from behind my ears. And I made a parody out of God. And I learned that love means respecting your demons. And now I'm digging through hindsight for my golden era's kiss. And my only dream is that the soil crack a smile once it finally has its way with me. So I guess while we're on the topic of I am also I come from like well, I'm Ugandan. I'm a Ugandan American, as Tade mentioned in my bio. And I'm like a first generation born in the US or whatever. And I also come from like a military family, so I grew up like moving around a lot. So I say all that to say, like, I guess my sense of self has always kind of been stretched a bit thin. I've always felt like a little bit of everything and not fully enough of anything. So anyways, this next piece, which is my final piece, is a bit of a meditation on that. You can't truly pick yourself up without picking yourself apart first. Sure, therapy postures as a strong remedy, but is it strong enough to hoist me from the heft of teenage rubble? I consider the word hometown to be a threat, or at best, an agent of exposure. Not many other words possess the potency to undress me with such harsh haste. I suppose the word itself, as a naked curation of letters, is fine. But it's the intimate histories that dance behind those letters that gets me. Hometowns belong to those who belong somewhere and can feel that belonging in their bones. My adolescence was supposed to sort most of this stuff out. Someone asking me where I'm from shouldn't ravel my tongue the way it does, the way it always has. I know I belong to some sort of somewhere. It just hasn't found me yet. Thank you guys.